On December 29th, 2024, officers were dispatched after receiving a report of inappropriate conduct involving a massage therapist.
In that place, and they make you sign this big thing, like, you know, no innuendos, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I go in there, I get a massage from this dude, and at the very end, he, like, accidentally touches my I'm like, alright, whatever. I hated that, he probably hated that. And he, like, keeps touching my I'm like, this is really weird. And then I, like, feel him sucking my so I open my eyes, I look at him, I'm just like, hey, whoa, like, whoa. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And so, could you, like, but then the front office people were talking about, oh, like, if it had happened, we would check with him, you know, like, all this, that, and the third about, like, it, like, had this allegedly had happened. And so I would want to, like, swab my whatever for his DNA. Like, I don't, like, how do you handle something like that? Because, like, that's assault and a breach of contract and weird. And so, like, you know, like, obviously I didn't ask.
Yeah. What did he say? Okay.
He didn't say anything. He just, like, had touched my and then had continued touching my and then started sucking my and then I, like, shot up and was like, hey, dude, like, stop.
It's kind of wild. You visiting here?
Yeah, we're just on vacation, you know, like, getting massages with my siblings. None of my other siblings had this experience with any of their people.
You guys all went? Like,
yes.
A bunch of you? Okay.
Yeah, and the dude's name is Hector, the guy, the masseuse. And they said he had been working there for a while, and, like, they never got complaints of that. But, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks.
There you go. All right, just go back to the family. I'll be right back. I'm gonna make some phone calls and then see what we're gonna do.
All right, yeah, I do want to get some DNA evidence on it because right now it's all
yeah,
he said, she said.
I gotta figure out
right,
how we can go about that. Yeah.
Officers responded to the location but were unable to locate Hector. While waiting for him to return, they interviewed his coworker.
This guy comes in to get what service did he?
He had a massage today. It was
massage
booked with a couple of friends or family or something like that. Yeah, but he came out alleging that there was inappropriate activity, so I asked for more details. They were kind of giggling and laughing, telling me about it, which I thought was kind of odd, but I was like, you know, obviously if that is what occurred, like, that's not up to our policies. And I did talk to Hector about it, and he said, no, nothing like that happened. You know, there was, like, you seemed to be excited during the massage. I asked if everything was okay. The massage went as planned, and then he stayed through the whole session, and that was that. They checked out and then came back in and told me this information, which I thought was a little odd, but
So he goes into the room with Hector by himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's solo.
Yeah, all the massage rooms are
So
private.
he goes in with Hector by himself, and then how long is his massage for?
80 minutes.
So it's 80 minutes. And so he stays through the whole session. He comes out and says to you.
Yeah, they checked out. And
so they check out, he paid.
Yeah, they had gift certificates. So one of the group came to be like the liaison for here's what we're doing for the gift cards and the tip and all of that. And then came up and told me the information. And I was like, hold tight 1 minute. Let me get these people checked in and checked out.
Did the client tell you himself or was it?
Yes.
So tell me as close to what he said. And that you
he said
remember.
He tried to suck my in exact verbiage, in fact, and I said, whoa, are you sure?
Okay.
Yeah, which is super odd because we've been around for 30 years and never had an issue. Hector's worked here for 10. I've worked with him personally for 5, and I've never had anything like that even be alleged here. So thought it was kind of odd. So asked for more information. Didn't really get much besides that he then changed and said that he did suck his. And I was like, are you sure about that? And he was like, no, yeah, you for sure. I said, that's really crazy. I'm so sorry to hear that, you know. Obviously, I called my manager. She is at her other job today, I believe, so I sent her an email with all the information, shot her a text saying, hey, check your email in the morning, something for you to handle. Enjoy your day off if you're having one, but deal with this in the morning. And I told them same thing, like, I wish there was more I could do for you, but I'm just run-of-the-mill front desk. I have no upper management. We'll obviously get your gift card refunded, but, you know, that all has to go through upper end, so... Yeah, I kind of told them hang tight and wait for a call, but so sorry if that is what happened. It just seems, not to say I don't believe them, and I told him that as well. So not to say I don't believe you at all, because that's not the case, but it seems highly unlikely, so I am really sorry if that is what happened, but yeah.
But when he came out, was he upset? Like, I need to talk to somebody right now, or was it like, hey,
No, he
let me just
came
tell you
out
what
and
happened?
like went over to the table with the people. I don't know if they came outside or went in. We had a bunch of people checking in and out, and then came up and told me and just kind of whispered it to me and was like, yeah. And that was it. He didn't seem to from
So he did try to exercise discretion. It wasn't like, holy shit, this guy sucked
right.
my.
Just came over and told me and was like, hey, just so you know. And I said, oh, that's really weird. And he kind of like laughed about it. And then they came outside and then came back in to like give me more details. And I said, hold tight 1 sec. I'll come outside and talk to you because there's other people around.
Right,
obviously.
so you came outside.
Yeah, and we spoke right over here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really very bizarre, if I do say so myself.
Okay.
Yeah, it just seemed a little off to me. If I'm giving you my opinion, obviously I'm not a psychologist, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, it seemed a little bit weird.
Everybody doesn't react the
Exactly.
same. Some people are
Exactly.
giddy or gigglish about it,
Right.
and others
right.
are
There's nervous
outraged.
laughter. Exactly.
Correct.
Like we had an incident once with a technician being assaulted, and she was over the top, like
Right.
very stressed. So I've seen
Right.
that happen before, and that was, via a
Right.
client, but that's really my only experience with it. So I was like, this is really what I expected, and also it's kind of, story was one, story was another, so I'm like, okay, well, let me get your details.
Did
and-
you mention anything to Hector about it?
Yeah, I asked him, I said, what happened during the service? And he said, nothing, it was just the regular massage. I asked him if everything was okay during it. He seemed like everything was fine. I mean, what's going on? And I was like, well, there was an allegation, so I just wanted to check with you. And then he was like, wait, what? And he was kind of stressed out, but had another service to go to, and then headed out for the day. So,
Okay.
yeah, and I was checking people out when he left for the day, so I didn't have a chance to talk to
And
him.
he didn't say whether or not the guy seemed overly excited during, because
He
sometimes
did mention that he was like, the only thing was, I mean, he definitely was during the service, but
Okay.
I asked him if everything was okay, and it seemed fine, which, I mean, and that happens pretty often
Yeah.
during a massage, so we're not, any stranger to it.
Right.
You're draped modestly, so we're like,
correct. Yeah.
have as much excitement under that drape as you want,
Under
but
the drape.
under the drape. Right, you got that right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for letting me know. Did you get a hold of him? Oh, perfect.
You have ID on you, Hector? Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
And you are?
I'm his friend.
Oh, okay.
He's just nervous and would like a friend to.
Understandable.
He gets nervous too. That's why I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, so I
can't do it
called
without
him
her.
because I needed to come and see what's going on and clear
Absolutely.
my name.
Yeah. That's exactly where we're going. All right, Hector, can you explain to me what happened your side? That's all I really need to hear.
Okay, so my client, he was complaining about he plays basketball, so complains about tightness on his legs and cramps back here.
Yeah.
So of course I'm going to work all of the muscles of the legs, even the attachments of the hamstrings, which are like right here on the butt. So I have to go like this, right? Then the attachments right here. So I have to put my elbow right there and also shake it to
Yeah.
help release it.
Yeah.
The guy when he turned over, I noticed that he had a hard on.
Yeah.
I think he was a hard on. I don't know if he was just like, that's the way he is.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what do I do? I'll keep doing the massage, because I've never had this experience before. I'm just starting my 9th year of employment here.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, fine. I'm not going to worry about it. So when I was doing the attachments right here on the quads, I did this, and I did that a couple of times, but I didn't think that would be a problem.
And then what did he do?
I said, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm fine." But he didn't say anything else.
Did you think that he was uncomfortable with that, or did you have to move it and it was just felt like
just
you needed to say
this.
something? Okay.
He didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything.
And I
did he?
just
He made no reference to it.
I
Okay.
just said, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah, that's fine."
And so
Yeah,
why did you
fine.
think you had to say if you asked if he was okay?
Because I noticed that I think he had like a hard on, or unless he was just like
Okay.
Oh, so you saw it and you asked, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I didn't know if he made any kind of gesture or something.
No,
Okay.
I mean, we finished because we had like 5 more minutes of the massage when I was working right here on the upper attachments of the legs. So, I just decided to ignore it because I never had an issue like that.
Yeah. Did he say anything to you before the massage was over, before he left, or
No,
He made no.
When he left, I was standing on the door, like on the hallway, but he just like walked through.
Okay.
I asked him if he wanted water. He said no.
Okay. It's real dark in that room. I
We
take
keep
it.
it dark.
Okay. And he had underwear on.
He had underwear.
He had underwear
yeah.
on. Okay. At no point he took his underwear off.
Huh?
At no point he took his underwear off.
I'm sorry.
At no point did he take his underwear
No.
off. Okay.
No, because we always tell them undress to your level of comfort.
Okay. Yeah. And at no point did you ever put your mouth on it.
No.
Okay. So there'd be no way that.
Yeah, I'm not going to risk my job.
No, I totally understand. I understand, and maybe that he was probably just uncomfortable, or maybe he didn't know how to deal with kind of what was going on.
Right.
But that is his claim,
Okay.
is that's what happened, and you know that didn't happen.
I know that didn't happen.
Okay.
I mean, if he felt offended because I did this,
Okay.
I had to do my job.
Is there any way, since if the easiest way for me to clear this entire situation is to get a buccal swab of your DNA,
Okay.
so that way there's no we find
Yeah.
DNA on there, it's not yours, it's fine,
Okay.
and you're
Yeah.
completely absolved.
Okay.
Right, and his story would obviously break
Yeah.
down completely.
Okay.
Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
What she is doing, but I have a newfound respect for your tiny little people and your tiny little fingers. And then the last few that I've had have been female. But yeah, I was so surprised. I was like, she has the hands of a 10-year-old, and I walked out of there like I had come from the chiropractor.
Yeah.
That's how. So I guess I say that to say it doesn't matter the size of your hands or how big or strong you are. If your fingers are nimble and you can do wonders. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get on the inside of your cheeks, okay?
Okay.
And we totally appreciate you coming up here.
Yeah, this is gonna make it so much easier on us. Let me do one more. Let's get ready. Thank you so much. Yeah, but just based on his claims, this will just
Yeah.
immediately rule it out. And
Okay.
then, you know.
I meet from before. Hey, Elliot, I wanted to talk to an attorney. He never really got back with me.
They never did?
No. So,
Okay.
um,
I do have her card. She said she was going to get in touch with you. So it's this one right here. It's from Carson Meissner.
okay.
It's Diana. I'm gonna email her too because, as I said, I hired her at the beginning of January.
Okay.
And I've been reaching out like almost every couple of weeks saying, have you heard anything from them?
Reaching out to her to see if she's heard anything from me.
Yeah,
Well, no one ever told me who she was, so I couldn't call her.
Oh,
Because you said you were getting an attorney, but then you never told me who the attorney was.
okay.
You understand? Like, I can't call someone down or they don't exist.
Right. Oh, okay. I didn't know I had to tell you because she said that she was going to reach out to you personally.
Oh, yeah, no, she never did that. So just so you know, we obviously got back the results of that test.
Yeah.
All right, so with the evidence that's there, we do have PC for your arrest.
Okay.
So if you want to step out, we want to take you in so that you can get processed, and then that'll push the process along.
Okay. Yeah, if you open
this one?
yeah, just the bottom, you can just flip the lock.
So just lock the bottom?
Yeah.
Port number 1109, again 1109,
Okay.
2078
You can go this one. This one? Yeah.
I'm gonna check one more time and just make sure. Check his belts or anything. Can you spread your feet out, man, for me just for a little bit? Nothing else on you, right? Just making
No.
sure before you go in the back of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Let's turn on the car. Get you some me see how that.
He was charged with battery.
Drop your opinion in the comments and hit like and subscribe for more videos.